Fox News national security analyst Katie McFarland says the comparison of Clinton's email scandal is actually very similar, eerily similar to Richard Nixon's Watergate scandal. How so, Katie?
First of all, Richard Nixon had tapes of Oval Office meetings. Ultimately, those tapes had to be released, and it led to he had to resign the office or he was going to be impeached. Hillary Clinton learned that lesson, and she said, well, if Richard Nixon had only destroyed the tapes, they never would have gotten them, right? So I'm going to destroy my emails. How did she know that? Because she was on the Watergate committee in the 1970s. She investigated Richard Nixon for impeachment. So she learned the lesson, destroy the tapes.
Destroy the evidence. But
destroy the evidence.
I'm sorry, you go to jail for destroying the evidence.
Only if they catch you. Now, here's the catch. She thought she had destroyed the evidence, right? She thought she had destroyed the emails. Oops. Turns out they're not destroyed. They're, in fact, never going to be destroyed because they're now on Anthony Weiner's
So you
laptop.
think that some of the 33,000
I think they're all there.
Destroyed, they're all there on
I think it's all there. Here's why. Most people don't realize it, but, you and I email all the time. Other people email all the time. There's an autosave function on most email accounts. Right. My guess is that they'd had the autosave function. Otherwise, how do you get 650,000?
But how sloppy, how careless. I mean, and if you're Hillary Clinton, you're being so fastidious about, having this bleach bit wipe your computers. Why wouldn't you ask the same of your closest aide?
Only if you knew what you were talking about. I think it's pretty clear that these people may have used emails, but they weren't really careful about how they were using their emails.
So here's my question to you. I mean, back when he first started getting investigated for this situation with the 15-year-old girl, shouldn't Huma Abedin have been thinking at the time, wow, oh gosh, that's our computer, our family computer, Lord knows what's on it. I'm kind of wondering why she didn't take that computer and just dump it in the middle of the ocean.
Destroy the evidence. That's what she should have done if they wanted to get away with it. But
she maybe just didn't know that evidence
I'm not sure they even knew. They're stunned by this. And here's the other problem. What is in those 650,000 emails? Is it stuff about the Clinton Foundation? I mean, donations that went to the Clinton Foundation from the Russians, for example, that led to the waiver so that the United States could sell uranium. Now the Russians have 20% of our uranium production. Is there stuff there about quashing the FBI investigation? Is there something there that says to the Attorney General? Well,
there must be something there, right? Because a lot of people are saying, we don't know what's there. But do you think James Comey has some indication that it's sketchy enough that he needs to be doing this here at 11 days before the election?
Yeah. Here's what I've been hearing from former FBI people is that they were angry that Comey did not recommend Hillary Clinton be indicted for the email scandal in the first place. And so they're leaving the FBI in droves. They're going to start leaking. And once they leave, they can in fact talk about some of that.
So in other words, he was under pressure because it was going to get out anyway.
It was going to get the insurrection in the ranks. That's what brought Nixon down. It was Deep Throat was his name, and he was an FBI guy who was whispering in the ears of reporters.
Amazing, Katie.
Eerie.
Very much, very eerie. We're going to be right back.
Thanks.